Now, time is a finite resource until you find more of it. And I've got a black belt at creating time. No, this is not some Six Sigma bullcrap. Finding time is just the main benefit of outsourcing. There's only 24 hours in each day, around 8 hours in a work day, which is chargeable, and even less of that is productive time you can actually charge for. Meaning that finding more time for you and your team to spend on your clients or projects, it's really important. Now, the problem is that these days with technology and systems changing, you have to think outside the box to find some time. But I've kind of been finding extra time since I was a kid. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Being a Melbourne kid, I used to play AFL when I was much younger. We're talking sort of late 1980s and early 1990s footy, when there were winners and losers and not that sort of everyone is a winner sort of mentality around kids sports that there may be today. Now, one of the training drills that we used to have was the coach he'd roll out a football about 10 meters, and the two kids would then sort of chase it, and the winner of the drill was the one who could return the football to the coach first. Now, I wasn't the fastest kid, I wasn't the biggest kid, and I definitely was not the most skilled kid, but I was definitely the best kid at this particular drill. The coach would roll the ball out, and most of the players would run out as fast as they possibly could, and then wrestle for the ball or try to run in at full speed and pick up the ball with one hand, which is, it kind of worked okay. We were only kids, but what I used to do worked so much more effectively. Now, I took off after the ball, split second after the first player, so I was always trailing them to the ball. Then as soon as they picked up the ball, I tackled them to the ground. The ball would inevitably pop out, and it'd be easy pickings for me to pick up the ball while my teammate was crumpled on the ground and return it to the coach, thereby winning the drill. Time after time this worked. No matter how fast, how skilled, or how big the kid in front of me was, the fact that I had more time to decide what action to take when he picked up the ball meant that I could decide what I wanted to do while his mind was just focused on being the first to the ball, with no time to make a decision once he got there. So you have to do what you can to stay ahead of the game, or at least keep up with it. And the way I found to do that was to have more time. The best players always seem like they have more time than the average players. Think maybe Roger Federer in tennis, or Scott Pendlebury in the AFL, or maybe Nathan Cleary in rugby league, if we're talking sports analogies. Having more time is exactly the same in the professional services environment we're all operating in today. Using outsourcing effectively gives you and your team more time and makes you look like star players to your clients. And I think as we move forward, the star advisors, they're going to be the ones which stand out. Now, I'm Kane from Active Outsourcing. That's www.activeoutsourcing.com.au, and I've been working in outsourcing full-time for 15 plus years, including starting the outsourcing team at Moore Stephens in Melbourne and managing the national Deloitte outsourcing team in Australia. So I've experienced a lot in the outsourcing space and saved a lot of time. And I'm always happy to answer any questions on anything about outsourcing, be it this topic or something else, and what outsourcing can offer you and your firm. And I'm happy to help you to stand out.